Hello, people. Um, I'm deciding to speak about this Darrell Brooks Jr. guy because one, just to show another podcaster how stupid he is, and two, how messed up our world's becoming. This gentleman right here, oh, I shouldn't even call him a gentleman. This dirtbag right here, Darrell Brooks Jr., was out on $1,000 bail. What did he do? He ran his car through a parade in Waukesha, Wisconsin, killing six people. It was five, but a sixth one, a little 8-year-old boy, died today. He succumbed from his injuries of a brain injury. And just so you do know, Darrell Brooks Jr. many times has been a felon. He's also a registered sex offender, and he refused to sign up for his program out in Las Vegas, stating that he was a sex offender and get into that program there. And he had a felony warrant out for his arrest because he would not sign up as a felon and a sex offender. So here he is. He's in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Now, I spent several years in Waukesha. I still have family members that live in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Waukesha, Wisconsin is a beautiful little city that is getting the overflow from the crack coming out of Milwaukee and is going down real fast. The liberals have taken control of the court system there. The conservatives have always run Waukesha, and Waukesha was always considered a very good place, low crime, and all that stuff. But as of late, that is no longer the case. And the reason it's not the case is because of politics. We had, okay, you had the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, and we had this podcaster, and I'm not going to say who it is. It ain't hard to figure this guy out because he's not too bright. But he made the statement that if Kyle Rittenhouse was black, that he would never have been proven innocent or gotten out for any kind of bail. Well, I like to tell that podcaster, this gentleman right here that committed the murder, he is actually black. And he was out on $1,000 bail, despite being a registered sex offender with 2 open cases, an extensive criminal history, and is now charged with 5 counts of first-degree murder. Today, it went up to 6 counts of first-degree intentional homicide during a Waukesha Christmas parade rampage in Wisconsin that left 60 people injured. He literally ran his car in from behind. Nobody even seen the car coming, and he wiped out all these people. Right now, you have 20 children fighting for their lives in the hospital. More people are expected to die because some of them are in life support systems. And the women that he killed a bunch of women that were grandmothers that were in the parade, and he hit them from behind. So this guy killed women and children. That's it. Because a judge let him out on $1,000 bail, despite the fact that the guy had warrants in Las Vegas for a felony for being a sex offender. He had warrants in Georgia. And then his charge in Waukesha was that him and his girlfriend had a fight. So she went over to the gas station and he ran her down with his car. So he already used his car as a weapon. You have networks right now that won't even say what color this guy is. They won't say nothing about him. Basically, they're just saying that this guy killed a bunch of people. They're not even nothing. They're not even talking about his previous record. They're not talking about the fact that he was out on $1,000 bail. $1,000 for attempted murder, for trying to kill his girlfriend. Originally, it was 7, and the judge put it down to 1,000. The judge was willing to go to 500, but what happened is the prosecutor said it was fighting it. And because of these district attorneys now wanting to get these low bails, it's all political, people. And scumbags like this guy, Darrell Brooks, are running around murdering people based on their color. The guy that day had a fight with the same girlfriend that he already ran down, and decided that he was just pissed. So he went to this parade and just ran him down. I'm not going to show that video because it's a very sad video. If you watch it, it's all over online. You could watch either version of him running these people down or not. So the complaint against Brooks describes how two detectives tried to stop him to no avail. They said he was driving 25 miles an hour coming up to it, had no emotion in his face, and rapidly accelerated the car into the crowd of parade participants. The officers believed that this was an intentional act to strike and hurt as many people as possible. They observed the vehicle appeared to be intentionally moving side to side, striking multiple people. Bodies and objects were flying in the area everywhere. A witness told the police that the SUV drove in a zigzag motion. It was like the SUV was trying to avoid other vehicles, but not people. Another witness said that he felt like it was a direct intent to hit as many of the parade participants as possible. This guy had all sorts of stuff on his Facebook. He was a member of Black Lives Matter. He had a lot of racial stuff on his Facebook. He was the famous word, people, an aspiring rapper. How many inspiring rappers out there? You know what an aspiring rapper means? That you're too lazy to work. That's what an aspiring rapper means. God, I hate that sentence. He was an aspiring rapper. You watch 48 Hours, all these dudes that are killed, aspiring rapper. A rapper. In court, Brooks' first appearance, the district attorney of Waukesha revealed that Brooks had also had family violence arrests in Georgia while he was out on $500 bail recently. This is before he went back to Milwaukee, which accused him of shooting toward a family member's car after an argument. So this guy was shooting at a car with many felonies, and they found him in possession of a gun, and he didn't get charged for it. And this was in Georgia. In addition, he had an active warrant from Nevada, non-compliance as a registered sex offender for the past 5 years. So for 5 years, he's been wanted in Nevada for not registering as a sex offender. 5 years. And he's been arrested several times since that time. And never did they send him back to Nevada, and they kept giving him low bail. It's unbelievable. On November 21st, Waukesha County hearing in which Brooks sobbed and hyperventilated as some of the victims watched silently. The poor man was sobbing and hyperventilating after he ran down a bunch of older senior citizen women and children. And, the court judge said, I've been doing this for almost 40 years. The nature of the offense is shocking, he said. He said the two detectives who tried to stop Brooks believed he was intentionally trying to hit people. He was charged with 5 counts of first-degree intentional homicides. And, of course, the 6th one is now pending for the little boy that just died in the hospital. Brooks said that he was alone in the SUV, and the incident was not believed to have been an act of terrorism. Even though he was aiming for white people, it wasn't an act of terrorism. Okay, and here's the people that he killed: Virginia Sorensen, 79; Lena Owen, 71; Tamara Durand, 52; Jane Coolidge, 52; Wilhelm Hospital, 82. Read and find GoFundMe page for the victims. There's plenty of GoFundMe pages out there. And this is the beautiful little boy. The boy here on the bottom he just passed away this morning. So remember, he also ran over a group. There was kids from school at the parade, and he aimed for these little kids. Now, these two brothers right here, both in the hospitals, and the little one just passed away. They were hit head on in the back. They never even seen the vehicle coming. Uh, NBC obtained a doorbell camera that showed Brooks before his arrest pleading for help and telling the resident he was waiting for an Uber. The man didn't know he was a parade suspect. And so he made him a sandwich when Brooks told him he was homeless. So after this guy did this, he went and told this guy he was homeless and he needed a sandwich. This guy didn't even sound like he was concerned that he just murdered all these people. Brooks' social media account shows that he's an aspiring rap singer. Inspiring rap singer. I love that term, inspiring rap singer. With a lengthy criminal history, he supported Black Lives Matter and posted anti-police rhetoric on his social media account. When Brooks was detained, police found a Ford key on him, according to the scanner obtained by Heavy. Okay, let's. 1 minute, please. Let me get. Okay, let's see. Waukesha police obtained an ID of name of Darrell Brooks Jr. inside the red Ford, so they knew it was him once they found him. And here's some facts about him. A red SUV seen in the rap video recorded by Brooks, he posted about the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. He was upset that Kyle Rittenhouse, who was basically trying to fight for his life in self-defense, he was upset about it. So this guy went and ran a bunch of people down. And MSNBC and CNN still have not mentioned anything about him being part of BLM or his skin color. Nothing. They don't want you to know anything about this guy, but yet they'll tell you Kyle Rittenhouse was a militia guy, and he wasn't. He had nothing to do with militias or anything. This is what kind of world we live in, people. This is the great one now. When friends wrote in a post, "Don't be surprised, what a joke," Brooks responded, he was upset that Kyle Rittenhouse was found innocent. And the page is filled with religious sayings. Let's see, there was an incident related to knives on the police scanner right before the parade incident. 2 citizens told an officer there was a possible fight near a boat launch nearby Frame Park with possible knives involved. The scanner also includes the sound of a few officers responding with sirens. So this guy was in a knife fight right before this happened also. So this guy was on a rampage. He was going to go out and hurt a bunch of people. Prior to police naming Brooks as a suspect, Heavy confirmed a red Ford escape similar to the police vehicle and said used in the parade incident could be seen outside the Milwaukee home. So basically, he parked his car after he ran these people down outside of this Milwaukee home. And this is the vehicle that he used. This is how much he cared. Still driving around Milwaukee. This is like probably about 10, 12 miles from the scene where he ran all the people down. Brooks was accused, number 2, Brooks was accused of trying to run a woman over in an open felony case in Wisconsin and is a convicted sex offender in Nevada. And that we already knew. I mentioned that. And let's see. He loved to post his marijuana and his rapping, and he would show his machine gun and guns all the time, despite the fact that he was several times a violent felon who was prosecuted. He still showed his guns in his videos, and nothing ever happened to him. This is his photo from Nevada Department of Corrections. He served 1-year sentence for statutory sexual seduction from 2007 to 2008. Records show he was born in Michigan and lived outside of Reno at that time before he went back to Wisconsin. Brooks called himself a rapper and a stoner. Sounds like a successful career. He was very upset about Chauvin killing Floyd. I don't blame him. But, dude, if you're a piece of garbage, don't bitch about another piece of garbage. And this dude was a piece of garbage. Okay, let's see. This is him talking about his his charge in Las Vegas on why he got in trouble for it. Let me. Here we go.
And then as soon as we fall out, all of a sudden now I'm a pedophile. Let me explain that. 10 years ago, 2006, I caught a case with my oldest daughter's mama. Yes, my baby mama. She's from Oakland. I was busting moves in Nevada. I meet the bitch. She says she want to get down, so I'm pimping on the bitch. I take her to Nevada. You know what I'm saying? I get cracked. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know the bitch was 16 at the time. She gave a statement to the police and told them, yeah, she was hoeing, that I was pimping, and that she was 16, and that I didn't know that. Okay? And then
Can you imagine that? This guy is talking like this while he has all these warrants out for him on his social media. So that means the cops could have gotten him anytime they wanted, whether it was the ones from Georgia, Nevada, or Wisconsin. He was right there. Okay, he was here's his hating on the cops. Typical, he called cops gang members, well organized. The gang identifiers, heavily armed. That's basically it. Let's see what else here. Pretty much. Why are Conway's jaw shut again? That's how much this guy hated Kanye. Because Kanye was supporting Trump at the time. So basically, he put out this hat. Then he put some stuff in there. Let's see. Police say 60 people were injured, including 18 children, and they were taken to the hospital. And I'm trying to see. I don't really want to show you.
You want to go back to just like somewhere close by? You can pick me up from there? Yeah, I can drive you back over there. I got to figure out how we get back to where I'm parked.
Well, that's when he ran some people down. That's just a video that was put there. And watch this right here. Look at that car, how fast it's going. Let me do this again. Take a good look at this car. Now watch how fast this is the back of the parade. Nobody sees the car coming. There it is, right there, that red car. And it's back right there. He sped up from 20 to, they said, about 50 to 60 miles an hour. And I mean, this is basic. I just, a man described how the SUV came from a foot from his son, saying they have the whole block and Main Street that is casualties. This is the parade just going on. These people are dancing there. They have no idea what's about to happen. Right there. Let's do that again. Here we go. These people have no chance. Let's keep an eye out for the red car that's going to come blowing through here. right there. Look how fast this guy's going. And right there is when he hits, right here is when he hits the first person in the parade route. Oh, this is horrible, people. Well, I just wanted people to see that to get an idea because you're not hearing much about it on the media. They don't want to let you know because the guy was a member of BLM. And they don't want you to know that, people. They don't want to let you know anything about this guy. The fact that he was out on low bail. He had all these violent felony warrants. And because of these judges and stuff, you have a bunch of people dead now and you have a bunch of children fighting for their life. I just wanted to share that with you to give you an idea what's going on. And I think that some of these podcasters out here that are making these stupid statements, saying that if Kyle Rittenhouse was black, he would have got off. That's not how the system's working now anymore, people. Now you have people inside the system, a corrupt system, that's letting these vicious murderers back out onto the street to hurt people. And people are going to see when these people come around to hurt your families and stuff. And that's what's going to happen. You can't even walk through cities anymore because you have the most violent people out in these cities just waiting for victims. And usually the victims are people from their neighborhoods. Usually the victims are the people of the same color that fear these people. What's happened with the communities of people of color, they're being terrorized by people of color. The bad people of color are terrorizing the good people of color. And they don't want these people freed. They don't want these people out on low bail because what they're doing is they're terrorizing their own neighborhood. But this guy left the neighborhood and decided he was going to go kill a bunch of white people. And now only Fox is reporting it. CNN and MSNBC, they're talking about it, but they're not talking about who got killed, what color they were, or what color the person is that did it, or his ideology. And the great thing about me having my channel, I can discuss it right now, and that's what I'm doing. And to the other cowardly podcasters that don't want to speak about this stuff and cover up who they are, shame on you. Shame on you for being who you are. That's it, people. Everybody have a nice one. Sorry that I shared this tonight, but it has to get out there. Take care.